lot of you in this room probably don't know it, but California, along with 44 other states, have already implemented the new Common Core State Standards Initiative, a state-led effort that has established a single set of strong educational standards from the start of kindergarten to the 12th grade. Now, my little niece is in the 2nd grade, and her, like many other students in her track, have been told by the teachers that they soon be learning multiplication. Now, the students themselves weren't so nervous. It was their moms and dads that were shocked and even a little worried about the new changes that no one made them aware about. Well, according to Alexander Russo, this isn't a surprising thing. 55% of public school parents have little to no information of the Common Core. And according to Scholastic Channel, about 60% of the general public don't even know what the Common Core is. And so the percentages stay small and the number of disconnected parents stay above the average rate. Well, that's why I'm here. In this speech, I'll inform you about 3 central ideas of the Common Core. First, I'll inform you about the English language arts standards. Second, I'll inform you about the mathematics standards. And then I'll inform you about the misconceptions the general public seems to have of the Common Core. And first, the English language arts standards. To get familiar with this subject, the segments and lessons that make up English language arts are divided into sections such as reading, writing, speaking, listening, and language. So reading starts out like a building block. Every year, students will increase their densities that will ultimately prepare them for college and career level reading. Their comprehension skills should be progressing every year for the new material they'll get in every new grade. So through reading through a variety of subjects, the State Standards Initiative website says that they'll be able to build knowledge, gain insights, explore possibilities, and broaden their perspectives. Now the standards aim for successful classrooms. So they realize that school districts and teachers need their own appropriate curriculums. So they offer reading lists and allows teachers to choose from a numerous amount of texts that better prepare themselves and parents for the following year. Now the ELA suggests like Grapes of Wrath as an appropriate text for 9th and 10th grade readers. So down from the earliest grades, students will be expected to write logical arguments based on reasoning, research, and evidence. In the kind of research they'll be expected to do are for those small projects or long, detailed essays they have to write in class. A substantial form of writing would be the annotated samples they would have to use that support their claims and that support their arguments. Now, an important focus for speaking and listening would be those academic discussions they use when they form pairs, when they form groups, or when they present themselves in entire classroom settings. So informed discussions are those that students use when they answer each other's questions and solve each other's problems. Those are the fundamental ideas of speaking and listening. Any form of speaking and listening will be introduced through each child's school year. And those will consist of conversations, hearing direct instruction from teachers, or through the material they read. The standards are there to help children fully understand the definition of words, the difference between them, and how to expand phrases to a higher scale. Next, we move on to mathematics. Young students from K through 5 will go through the basics of whole numbers, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, fractions, and decimals. This will prepare them for the more complex concepts that they will have to learn for the new grades, gaining the skills and building a better foundation for the grades to come. In kindergarten, they will focus mainly on the number core, teaching students how 0 through 9 will create larger numbers and how to make different qualities, basically learning how to add numbers together and taking them apart. And so current practices like prepare students for the next test or quiz, and after a year, the material needs to be repeated and taught to them again. The standards are creating a system where the students will fully understand the material and are even able to reach higher grades. So by being set from K through 5, 7th graders will have mastered the content and are able to face algebra in the 8th grade. By the time they graduate junior high, the 7th and 8th grade students will be prepared for high school mathematics. So high school will definitely be a new kind of challenge. They're getting students equipped for college and career readiness. Students will be expected to apply mathematics in real-world issues and how to think critically. Now, the misconceptions about the Common Core. The standards focus mainly on English and language because the English, language, and math, because students focus mainly on these 2 subjects and build skills among them. And this gives states this gives states right chances to share experiences between young students with disabilities and English language learners. This will improve their skill by a ton. So, and by 2014 to 2015, the states that already implemented the new Common Core will be discussing future assessments together. Now, some educators say that key math topics are missing in the grades. Well, we have 50 states. The biggest problem is that different states cover different material at different levels. So states will find that some of their subjects will be moved up and down the grade. This is inevitable. What's important to understand is that the Common Core prepares students for college and career readiness at every international competitive level. And what's important to understand about the Common Core is the states won't be expected to lower standards at all. States like Massachusetts, with already high grade levels, would be expected to would be encouraged to move on to the next level. We need college and career ready students so that they will, because even in the best schools, high performing classrooms are still prepared for post-secondary environments. So the standards will tell teachers what to teach. We won't tell them what to teach. The teachers know how to work the classrooms, and the standards just establish what kind of material teachers will learn, not how they will teach it to them. So the government won't play a role. The federal government does not govern the Common Core. It remains a state-led effort. And lastly, Patrick Murray, a financial advisor from schools across America, says Common Core costs should just net out the billions of dollars the state spends anyway on their students' education, classrooms, and textbooks, and it should just replace the implementation costs should just replace the old. So in this speech, I informed you about the 3 central ideas of the Common Core. First, I informed you about the English language arts standards. Second, I informed you about the mathematics standards. And lastly, I informed you about the misconceptions of the Common Core. So you won't be like Andy's parents that don't know about the Common Core. You won't be a part of that 55% that doesn't know. And this way you'll be able to keep up and progress with your children along their school years. And this will prepare them for the college and career levels that most students are not able to reach. Thank you.